Hello, everybody. Welcome to a video about Black Ops 7 and why I think that, you know, that it's been highly exaggerated how bad the game is. Now, the majority of people who say it's bad are the people that haven't played it, or now I'm talking strictly about zombies. I think that the campaign definitely needs work. I don't mind endgame, but yeah, no. So yeah, I think pretty much the entire thesis is Black Ops 6 was pretty bad. I like Terminus, but overall, and Liberty Falls. Overall, I think Black Ops 6 was bad, and I think that Black Ops 7 is a major improvement on the formula, and the maps are great. Like, people are whiny. I'm really critical. I've been really critical of zombies since Black Ops 4 ended. I'm one of those people who, the purists. But I think Black Ops 7, especially with Totenreich as the recent map, where essentially we've gotten, in my opinion, probably the best map that we have ever, like, that we've gotten in ages. That, I think that it is up there with Terminus. I do still think Terminus is a great game map. I just think that they need to add that um, into Black Ops 7. I'm hoping they do some sort of like Black World at War to Black Ops 1. They won't, but it would be really cool. I wanted to kind of speak upon why I think Black Ops 7 is actually a good game and people are just being whiny. Now, the technical bugs and the fact it's still online, and like my friend and I were actually going high rounds on Astra earlier, and you know, uh, fucking it crashed. I'm still very aware, but a lot of the complaints people have are not technical. So some of the big points, essentially boil down to it's not zombies anymore. What does it become? Saying that some of the maps are bad, which to each their own. But yeah, and that it's all just nostalgia bait. And you know what? I will, with the nostalgia bait one, I'll get to that. I was especially critical when I found out they were bringing back the Richtofen and all that. As much as I love my Ricky boy, but I do think that overall, it's been a good change, and I'll explain why. I want to kind of break down the argument down to like the T. So, for example, what I'll do is I'll go through all the maps, give a brief overview. If you guys do want a larger, more in-depth explanation as to my opinions, then I will give that. However, right now I'll just go through. So, Ashes of the Dam. You cannot say it's nostalgia bait. It isn't. It isn't. Like, it's too different. You know what I mean? So, what do they add? They added Tessie, and while I think Tessie was underutilized, and I do have my problems with Tessie at the moment, I do think that overall, pretty good, right? Brand new. Like, if I recall, we don't use vehicles in any other zombies map. MWZ doesn't matter, and Outbreak, I mean, yeah, but what I mean is like round based, I'm gonna I'm gonna gerrymander here and just say Outbreak doesn't matter. But regardless, being able to upgrade, having portable pack a punch and all that is cool, right? It is definitely new. And keep in mind, Ashes I was very critical of when it first came out, and I was chopping down. Like, it's not that I think that it's the best game and the best game. It doesn't have its problems like a lot of people do with Black Ops 6 apparently. But I do think that overall it is a great game. You know, Ash's Easter egg was fun, bit repetitive, and it sucks solo, in my opinion, just because you're going back front, back front, back front, back front. But overall it was fun, and it kind of, had the ciphers and stuff, and and the boss fight was fucking brutal. It was brutal, and then they nerfed it. I beat it. My friend and I beat it when it was still butt fucking you. But then, they nerfed it. Still a good boss fight. I do wish Tessie was utilized more than just ramming into him. Still a great boss fight. And, I think it needed the nerf. Yes, it was really difficult, and some people like that. But there were some points where it was kind of horse shit. But as of right now, I think Ashes is a very good map. Now, Astra, I want to preface this by saying I don't like Astra. I don't like its Easter egg. I don't like its wonder weapon. I think it's cool. It's a beautiful map. It looks fucking great. But overall, I think that it is not the greatest zombies map. But I wouldn't say it's bad. Like with Black Ops 6, right? I would argue, and people fucking love Citadel. I think it was terrible. I think adding months after the game comes out, a patch that fixes the god awful wonder weapons is lousy. But Astra, it was a cool concept. It brought back the environmental storytelling in a huge degree, which is something that I missed, and that I think that was missing from Cold War and missing from Black Ops 6 and missing from MWZ. I think it all needed, to happen. And they brought it back. Stylistic, it's great, and it is pretty cool. And, being on Mars for an Easter egg is also really fucking cool. And then we go to Paradox. Now, Paradox, I actually don't mind Paradox. I think that while it is just a reused map, and people weren't too happy about that, I would have been much more angry, and I would have been much more, nihilistic about the whole thing, if they didn't say it was a bonus map. So with the tomb, right? The tomb was a bonus map, but it was like I don't think it ended up doing. I think it was what? So it ended up being part of the core 4. It was like a side map, similar to Liberty Falls. But this time we got a map, and you know what? I actually don't mind it. I actually really, really like it. I hate the fucking plague hounds, and I hate Mangors. I fucking hate Mangors. No, not Mangors, Mimics, sorry. I mean, I hate Mangors too, don't get me wrong, but Mimics. But I think overall, it's actually a pretty fun map. I actually really enjoy it. The boss fight's a bit fucking, come on, it's a bit boring, but overall, I think it is a great map, and I think that, I think that it's still fun, and the fact that it is just a bonus map, people shouldn't be that mad about it. I'm not gonna lie, I think getting the extra map is great. And like I said, I was mad too at first when I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, we're just getting Nuketown, and then it comes out, yeah, it's just, and finally, Totenreich. Totenreich is arguably one of the best fucking maps in a long time. I mean, I won't fight anybody on it, but I think Totenreich is amazing. I think the boss fight's really fucking cool. I think the wonder weapon is really cool. It's probably up there. It's one of my favorites. I think the storytelling of the map is really fucking cool. I just think it's all really fucking cool. And I think, people will look, and I've seen this a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's just bot comment. I don't know if it's actually real people. I don't think it makes no sense to be real people, but people are saying, "Oh, it's not zombies," or what do zombies become? Did we forget that we used to go into fucking mouths of monsters, and for Pack-a-Punch? Did we forget that we blew up the fucking Earth with a couple missiles? Like, do we remember all that? Do we remember teleporting to Shangri-La and time travel and shit? Like, whatever. I think that, that's a silly fucking argument. That's the first argument I want to shoot down, because it's like, what the fuck are we going on about? Like, zombies has always been wacky and weird, other than World at War, but I'm pretty sure even World at War, like, it introduces, Doris, it introduces the fucking, the teleporters and all that. There's still weird shit. And also, I just think that, yeah, like, people are judging the game. And the campaign fucking sucks, don't get me wrong. I think the campaign is objectively fucking shit. The multiplayer, I don't mind it. The Omni movement definitely makes it easy for people to just fucking camp, which makes it annoying. At least it's not as bad as 6. Black Ops 6 was fucking awful for it. But, I think a lot of people judge Black Ops 7 off of those other modes and or off Black Ops 6, which is completely fine, because when we were getting this game, we were told it's going to be Black Ops 6 with better mechanics. Now, those mechanics are fucking way better, don't get me wrong, but I can see why people didn't want to. As much as people fucking flame me for like being like, oh, I don't like how buggy Black Ops 6 is. I mean, people wouldn't have liked my opinions afterwards. The fact that I actively despise Black Ops 6, I put it very low on my ranking. Um, I didn't have fun with it. I think that all the bosses are kind of bad, but I'll get it. I'll do another thing for that maybe. But I do think that yeah, ultimately, the idea that Black Ops 7 is somewhat shitty zombies. Like the Warzone, if the Warzone mechanics fucking deter you, don't worry. Like I do I do hate the armor mechanics. I hated it in Cold War. I hated it in Six. I hated it in NWZ, which I didn't play much of. Hated it in all of it. Right? I'm not a fucking fan, but I think it's done pretty well in this one. Particularly in Cursed. That's another whole thing I want to get into. Is Cursed is fucking great. But I do think that overall people need to realize that it's actually a pretty good game. And you know what? If it's not your cup of tea, like, don't think I'm calling you fucking stupid for, being like, oh, I don't like Black Ops 7. No. But I do think that the sentiment that it is objectively bad or it is, you know, oh, it's not zombies or what, it is not what zombies used to be. I think that's where I have a problem. And that's where I really think that it's fucking stupid. That's where I think it's stupid. I think that that's where you're dumb. If you're somehow leaping in logic saying that zombies is not this. I think that jumping up on floating rocks is actually, I swear we've done that. But yeah, Shadows of Evil. But even if you fucking think before the Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, we were in fucking time cycles. We were talking with zombies in our head, zombie Richtof, and like all this stupid shit. So it makes no sense. And so, I do think that that is ultimately a bad argument. Now the state of the game is a big issue. I will acknowledge that. I will fucking say it pisses me off too, and I wish that they'd just go like Vanguard fucking ruined it for us, right? They made it online only. It fucking sucks. I'm pretty sure they rectified it in Cold War. It's been a while since I played Cold War, but I think they did rectify it, but I might be wrong. I just want to quickly point out an issue where I did say Cold War rectified an issue. Cold War came before Vanguard. I fucked that up. I mixed the two dates around. So yeah, just a quick correction. Go back to the video. But you know, oh, fuck it. I'm not even gonna bother. It's a bit of a rant. It's more just like a rant. Because I do think Black Ops 7's the best zombies game we've had since Black Ops 4. I do think that, as much as it was off with a rocky start, anyway, nostalgia bait. So yes, there's a lot of nostalgia things in it. Yes, bringing back the old characters was kind of lazy, but I love how this game does it, and I'm glad they did. Because look, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't give a flying fuck about Requiem, the Requiem crew, Ava, or any of them. I just can't invest myself. And I mean, all the power to you if you can. I know that that is debated, particularly with my friend and I. We like to. Like we actually had not an argument, but like a conversation. He reckons one, I reckon the other. But I do think it's done great in this, and I love the storytelling and the charms, like in Totenreich, the Nazi, cross. I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's the I can't remember. Um, Nikolai's I think what was it? I'm seeing you try to construct an argument. I don't even know what I'm fucking talking about. But Dempsey's fucking tags or whatever. And just like the fucking story building around that is amazing. I think that the side Easter eggs, while I do think some of them are rocky, some of them are really worth doing. And I think that the storytelling and the character writing and all that in this game is great. It's the best we've had since Black Ops 4 because Cold War was lacking, unfortunately, due to the circumstances around it, and Black Ops and Modern Warfare Z was just and Black Ops 6 was I don't know, really good in the first half, and then all that AI shit happened, right? But I think overall, I think that Black Ops 7's done fucking amazing, and I think that the nostalgia bait, while it's kind of deserved, I do think that it's done really well in this. But yeah, I honestly, that's kind of how I see it. Um, you know, I think that Black Ops 7 I actually enjoy playing. I can't say that about Black Ops 6 past that first preseason. I think that after that, the game got really buggy, got really shit. And then they released Citadel, which a lot of people love. I just don't get it. I just think it's kind of lackluster. And all the bosses in Black Ops 6 was just a bullet sponge with faster, got faster, with the exception of Terminus. Um, and Black Ops 7 does have that. Black Ops 7, I do believe, has, the Paradox boss fight. You can argue there's variation, but I think defending something is kind of boring, especially when you have to do it 9 times. And that last step in the boss fight is diabolical, especially solo. Um, and I mean, Astra's boss fight I don't like. I think Astra's boss fight is identical to Black Ops 6's in most of the time. But Totenreich's boss fight is fucking weird. Like, I love it. I think that it's been a great, like a great deviation. And I think that I'm also biased. I am a Viking fanatic, so I do think that there is some biases there. But I do think overall, I play Black Ops 7. I actually enjoy playing Black Ops 7. I enjoy Cursed and I enjoy all that. And I think Black Ops 6, I couldn't say that. I'd do the Easter egg and then jump off past Terminus. I did the camos, but that was it. And Cold War, I did enjoy. But that was also, I think, COVID, and that did help with me playing that. And Modern Warfare Zombies, I just couldn't play it. I mean, I couldn't. Most of the time, the fucking servers would crash, but yeah, no. So I do think that overall, people should give Black Ops 7 Zombies a go. They do a lot of free weekends, and I do think that, that is the best way to do this if you are skeptical. But I do think, and before everybody fucking, I'm not new gen. I've been playing for fucking like 17 years, or whatever, how many other years it's been, since Black Ops 1, and I went back to World at War. But, you know, overall, I don't think that argument can be thrown against me. I do think Black Ops 7 is up there. I do think that Black Ops 7 is one of the best zombies we've had. You know, putting aside the revisionist history of Black Ops 2, which is just nonsense. But yeah, I do think that overall, this is a great improvement. And I do hope that, people can see that, because I do want them. I do want to support this because I do want them to keep doing this. I do want them to. I mean, I'd be happy with Black Ops 7 too. Like, I would be happy with them just fucking throwing, particularly since I'm probably not going to be playing Modern Warfare 4. I think Infinity Ward hasn't really done a good game in a while, so. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. It's just a little bit of a ramble, very unstructured, as you guys can probably tell. But I'm just kind of sick of the sentiment that Black Ops 7, like, mainly from the people who haven't played it, but some people have and they don't like it, and that's fine. But you cannot make objectively false arguments. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, toodles.